Hey, good morning everybody. So this is take 2 for June 13th. I'm going to try to get this video done before my disrespectful son is caught on video again yelling at his mother. Alright, so starting again with the strawberry plants. I want to show you guys how produceful they've been. Producing nice strawberries. There's one right there. They're all different sizes. You see some down in there. I do pick them daily. I have to stay on top of this because sometimes the bugs will get to them before we can. But they've been very, very produceful. I have probably got already easily 2 dozen, maybe 3 dozen strawberries out of it. And they are starting to grow runners, which means that our 60 plants will most likely turn into 100 plants by next year. I may have to give a few away because I just won't have the space for them all. Alright, I wanted to show you this too. Yesterday I was being a little risque in the planting world and decided to plant some seeds and see if I can get them to grow and mature before the end of the growing season. I got some lemon cucumbers or collard greens that failed on me earlier. Some Jack B. Little pumpkins, which are really cool little pumpkins. They're about softball sized pumpkins, good for pies and decorating. Imperial broccoli and green magic broccoli. The imperial broccoli I'm real excited about because that right there is imperial broccoli, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So still have a few seedlings growing here. It's a mixture of like a lemon boy tomato, and I think these are the bell peppers. I did transplant a few yesterday as well. Right over here are 2 more of the Jack B. Little pumpkins. This is a bell pepper mix. Then I have purple bell peppers, habaneros, and these right here, which I didn't label, are lemon boy tomatoes as well. You can see the jalapeno plants are growing really nice, getting nice and tall. I do have the stakes in the ground already, so I have to tie them off to support them as they start growing and producing fruit. They get a little top heavy. Habaneros and ghost pepper plants are growing big, nice and tall. They've grown several inches since the last video, which is always exciting. And then the imperial broccoli. Let me show you this. This is kind of neat. I don't know if you can see it or not. Right down here, I got a head of broccoli growing here. And on this one right there, a head of broccoli. Actually, all of them but one right now have a head of broccoli growing. So that is awesome. Gonna have some fresh broccoli from the garden. Yellow jalapeno plants are growing nice. For some reason, I don't think this one right here is a yellow jalapeno based on the size of the plant. Looks more like a bell pepper plant, but I guess we'll find out. More purple bell peppers. Never had them before, just figured variety would be cool. I know that it does take some time for the peppers to color up, so patience is the key with peppers. They all come in green, and it takes forever for them to color up. This is my yellow bell pepper plant right here, which is growing nicely. The jalapeno plants that my sister-in-law had given me, I'm probably not going to separate them. I'm probably just going to let them grow like that. They're at a point now where if I take them out, they'll probably go in shock and die off, so can't do that. These are 2 Mexi bell pepper plants. They're supposed to be a spicy bell pepper. Never had them. Picked them up at Lowe's the other day and planted them. And you can see how they're flowering already. Not really sure if that's a good thing for a plant this size, but I'm just going to let it roll and see how it turns out. Okay, the garlic's growing nice. The scapes are getting nice and tall. That looks good. Those are more jalapeno plants that my sister-in-law had given me earlier this year. I did go out and get myself a blackberry plant and try to grow it in the container, see how that goes. Start to get some blackberries along with the strawberries. And this is my row of tomato plants. Everything's looking really good. You can see down here where I did trim off some of the lower branches so that I could get them to grow and concentrate on getting taller. Pretty much did it to all the plants, all of the tomato plants, in order to get some growth out of them. I am starting to see some of the lower leaves get blotchy. I guess not really overly concerned about it because the top of the plant looks pretty good. These are two new tomato plants that I added to the garden. This is a Cherokee Purple and a Sun Sugar, which is a yellow cherry hybrid. Should be interesting. My only concern about the tomatoes is that they are in a different location than they were last year. They were actually up near the strawberry plants last year, which gets you a ton of sunlight for about the first 6-7 hours of the day. And I'm just hoping that being back here where they get sun later in the day doesn't affect the growth rate. I'd almost have to say no, but I'll have to wait and see. Might have to move these guys a little bit later this year. Still early in the season. And then this is my attempt at some butter lettuce. I've done it before, turned out really nice, but for some reason these ones are just struggling. So I'll keep an eye on that and see how that goes. Alright guys, well that's about it. A little bit longer video than usual, because I have more content or more stuff to show you guys. Hope everybody's gardens are going well, for those of you that have planted a garden this year. Just got to stay in the garden, pay attention to them, water them, feed them, and they'll feed you. Alright guys, we'll talk to you soon. Most likely see you next weekend. Have a great week.